The 1990s were a fashion decade like no other, bold, experimental, sometimes questionable, and endlessly memorable. From grunge streetwear to glossy pop star glamour, the 90s gave us trends that once felt normal, but now seem completely forgotten. Until today. In this video, we take a deep dive into 12 iconic fashion trends and looks from the 1990s that quietly disappeared, even though they once dominated schools, shopping malls, music videos, and teen magazines. Whether you lived through the decade or are discovering it for the first time, these styles tell the story of a generation shaped by MTV, pop culture, and pre-social media influence. We'll explore how music, television, and celebrity culture defined what people wore, from grunge flannel shirts inspired by alternative rock bands, to slip dresses made famous by supermodels and Hollywood stars. You'll remember the rise of baggy jeans, crop tops, platform shoes, chokers, bucket hats, and combat boots, along with the hairstyles and beauty trends that went with them. This video also looks at how teen fashion was influenced by TV shows and films like Clueless Friends and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and how trends spread through catalogs, magazines, and word of mouth, long before TikTok and Instagram existed. We'll revisit forgotten everyday looks that once felt essential and accessories everyone owned but rarely talks about now. The 1990s represented a massive cultural shift, and fashion was its most visible battleground. It was a decade of bold experimentation, where personal style began to overshadow polished, cookie-cutter looks. The trends that emerged weren't just about clothes. They were about identity, rebellion, and a new kind of cool. Music was a primary driver of this change, with genres creating distinct visual tribes. Grunge fashion, for instance, exploded from the Seattle music scene thanks to bands like Nirvana. Suddenly, the anti-fashion statement of oversized flannel shirts became the new uniform for everyday wear, a direct rejection of the slick, structured styles that preceded it. This movement championed comfort and a do-it-yourself ethos, making thrift shopping popular and turning ripped denim into a badge of rebellion rather than a sign of wear and tear. As grunge took hold, the silhouette of the decade began to change dramatically. Baggy jeans dethroned the tight acid-wash fits of the 80s, offering a slouchy, relaxed alternative that prioritized comfort. This shift towards looser clothing wasn't just for jeans. Denim jackets were worn oversized, and overalls, a relic from childhood, were stylishly worn with one strap undone. At the same time, another trend was taking over in stark contrast: the crop top. Making a major comeback, these midriff-bearing shirts were paired with everything from high-waisted mom jeans to low-slung cargo pants. This mix of baggy and tight, masculine and feminine, defined the eclectic nature of 90s style, where comfort started to matter more than formality. The decade's footwear was just as iconic and varied. In the late 90s, platform shoes dominated, lifting everyone a few inches off the ground, a trend famously championed by the Spice Girls. These weren't just delicate heels. Chunky sneakers also became massive fashion statements, blurring the line between athletic wear and high fashion. On the more rebellious side, combat boots like Doc Martens were worn with everything from floral dresses to plaid skirts, symbolizing an edgy youth culture that wasn't afraid to mix hard and soft aesthetics. For more casual days, bucket hats were everywhere, shading faces at music festivals and skate parks alike, while baseball caps, often worn backwards, became a staple of hip-hop and streetwear culture, solidifying the crossover of sports jerseys into casual fashion. No 90s look was complete without the perfect accessory, and one piece reigned supreme: the choker. This must-have accessory came in many forms, but the tattoo-style choker necklace, a stretchy plastic piece that hugged the neck, was especially popular among teenagers. It was a simple, affordable way to signal you were in on the trend. Alongside chokers, mini backpacks replaced traditional handbags, offering a cute, hands-free way to carry essentials. The obsession with plastic didn't stop there. Colorful plastic accessories, from barrettes to jelly shoes, which made a brief but memorable return, added a playful, youthful vibe to many outfits. These accessories, often found in teen magazines, were essential for personalizing a look. The influence of pop culture on 90s fashion cannot be overstated. TV shows and films dictated what teens wore in a way that's hard to imagine today. The movie Clueless, for example, influenced teen fashion worldwide, making plaid skirts, knee-high socks, and matching sets into pop culture icons. This preppy, polished look stood in contrast to the grunge and rave styles, showcasing the decade's diversity. On television, shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air brought neon-colored windbreakers and bold graphic tees, into the mainstream. While the cast of Friends made casual layering, spaghetti straps, and neutral tones mixed with bold accents feel effortlessly cool, brands were also a huge part of this equation. For the first time, logos were worn loud and proud, and brand obsession defined teenage style, with names like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and Gap becoming status symbols. Beyond mainstream trends, the 90s also celebrated individuality through style. DIY fashion became common, with people customizing their clothes to create a unique look. Tie-dye made a major comeback, not just in its psychedelic 60s form but in more subdued, modern patterns. Graphic baby tees, featuring cute characters or ironic slogans, became a popular way to express personality. The rise of cargo pants offered both style and utility, with their multiple pockets becoming a practical fashion statement. In the summer, tube tops ruled, offering a minimalist look that was perfect for warm weather. This era of fashion felt more experimental and personal because trends spread through magazines and word of mouth, not through the instant validation of social media. Hairstyles and beauty were just as distinctive and often more daring than the clothes. Butterfly clips, in all their plastic, glittery glory, filled teenage hairstyles, holding back twists and updos. Another unforgettable beauty trend was frosted lipstick, a pearly pale shimmer that graced the lips of pop stars and high schoolers alike. In a move that many now regret, thin eyebrows were considered the height of fashion, plucked into severe pencil-thin arches. When it came to hairstyling, a crimping iron was a must-have tool, used to create a weekly ritual of zigzag waves. Curtain bangs, parted in the middle to frame the face, were seen on many 90s haircuts, from bobs to long, layered styles. And of course, number 90s ponytail was complete without a scrunchie, the essential hair accessory that came in every color and fabric imaginable. Reflecting on these trends reveals a decade of fearless self-expression. The 90s were a time when fashion was about having fun, breaking rules, and piecing together an identity from a vast menu of cultural influences. From the casual slip dress worn during the day to the comfort of a tracksuit embraced as everyday fashion, the decade played with conventions. It was an era where layering shirts became a signature look, where tracksuits became everyday fashion, and where double denim was completely acceptable, even cool. Many of these trends have since returned, filtered through a modern lens, proving the enduring appeal of the era's style. The 90s remain one of the most nostalgic fashion decades, a time capsule of a world on the brink of digital transformation. It was the last era where trends had a chance to breathe and evolve before the internet accelerated fashion cycles to lightning speed. The looks we've revisited today, from the grunge-inspired combat boots to the pop-fueled platform, sneakers are more than just forgotten fads. They are a testament to a generation that defined itself through a rich and eclectic style language. The 90s taught us that fashion could be personal, comfortable, and a little bit rebellious, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire designers and style enthusiasts today.